All right, wide receivers were higher on. Josh Palmer leads the way at San Francisco, wide receiver 18. The experts have him down at 24.
Yeah, 100%. The fact that both of these guys, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, seem very likely to miss. Last game out, we saw 8 catches over 100 yards, 10 targets, was the absolute alpha, Josh Palmer, and I can think that absolutely continues here. San Fran, certainly a tougher matchup than Atlanta. I don't think it matters. When you're Justin Herbert's number one, you put up numbers. That's been the case for Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, whoever it is, and right now it is Josh Palmer. Don't overthink it. Smash this guy in your lineup, 6 spots above the ECR, and I feel great about that one.
Courtland Sutton at Tennessee, 27. The experts have him at 31. Let me just say, yuck.
Yeah, it's gross, but ultimately Tennessee, the second most points to wide receivers, in particular, very vulnerable to number 2 receivers. So if that's what Sutton's role has become at this point, all the better. I feel, again, 2, 4, and 2 points the last 3 weeks. Looks real ugly, but don't forget 16, 14, 14, and 10 was a really solid wide receiver to begin the year. I think him and Russ can regain that magic, and certainly at this type of matchup, great spot to launch back into a solid second half of the year.
We talked a lot about Mecole Hardman already, so we don't have to get into it too much, but you do have him at 35, 3 spots higher than the experts. We referenced that list of 9 guys, and we mentioned a bunch of them. I'm just going to tell you, since week 5, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown. Yeah, maybe the 8 best guys in the league, and then Mecole Hardman.
Unbelievable. And 2 straight top 12 weeks with 26 and 17 points. The wide receiver 2 and 7 in his last 2 games, just cementing himself as a key player in one of the best offenses, maybe the best, the highest scoring offense by points right now. And he hasn't been under a wide receiver 30 for 4 straight weeks. I think his floor is kind of cemented at this point. The ceiling is clearly top 10 each and every week. I don't get why this guy is routinely ranked outside the top. He's the wide receiver 40 right now. Again, he hasn't finished outside the top 30 receivers in 4 straight weeks. I love Mecole Hardman. He was out there in over half of leagues entering the week. Go check your waiver wire. I think he's a smash play this week.
He's like a sketchy running threat, too.
I'm bumping him up. I know I have him at wide receiver 30 in my rank, 35. I want him above Mooney, Moore, Curtis Samuel. I'm looking at my ranking. I'm like, what the hell?
I like him more than all those guys.
Yeah, he's way too low. I'm bumping him up as we speak. The live update, folks, he's going to definitely be inside my top 30 receivers because that's what he's been for 4 straight weeks. I love Mecole Hardman.
Guy we're lower than, lower on Michael Pittman at Vegas, wide receiver 37, 7 below the experts. Yeah, I'm with you.
7 catches and 53 yards and 3 catches for 22 yards, 0 touchdowns since Sam Ehlinger has taken over. This is a hideous offense that I think only gets uglier with Jeff Saturday and a first-time play caller. I forget the dude's name. Like a 30-year-old passing game intern is now calling plays. I think it's only getting worse for the Colts. So until Matt Ryan comes back, if he comes back, I want nothing to do with any weapons here besides Jonathan Taylor.
Hail Marys, we talked a little bit already about how we both like Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's at Miami, wide receiver 39. He's 31% rostered. You also like Mack Hollins against Indianapolis, 14% rostered. We talked about how depleted that Raiders receiving core is. Maybe Mack Hollins can fill some of that void.
DPJ, everybody thinks of this guy as like a deep speed boom or bust guy. Through his last 5 games, he has 11 or more PPR points, and his lowest game was 9 points. So he has been a rock-solid, high-floor guy that we actually haven't even seen a big boom from yet. So if we get that deep touchdown at least one of these weeks, and Miami has been very, very susceptible to the big play at wide receiver, I think DPJ could be an absolute monster. Plus, you get the upside of Watson returning soon. So you got the usability right now. Plus, you got the upside when Watson, one of the best deep passers, is back. Great play. And then Mack Hollins for the next 4 weeks is the clear-cut number 2 option in this offense. We've only seen 2 games so far without Renfro. One of them was like a 3-catch, 50-yard day. It was meh. But the other one, 8 catches on 11 targets, 158 yards and a score, was a top 2 receiver that week. So we know that upside exists. He now has a clearer path to that type of upside. I think he is, all the advanced analytics, passer rating when targeted, target share on routes run. Like, this guy has a lot of signs that point to great production. And now he's going to be guaranteed that usage. I love Mack Hollins moving forward. 14% rostered. Go scoop him up.
Guys, we're watching. Obviously, we've talked a lot about Deebo. And again, I've been a little down on his, his floor being down. I love Deebo. Deebo returning to the field alongside full-time Christian McCaffrey. How do they coexist? What does that mean for Brandon Ayuk? I definitely will be watching that closely. Very interested. Also, Steelers wide receivers without Chase Claypool. Does Pickens beast mode come out? we'll obviously be checking both those storylines out.
What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.